Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta remind myself. It's gonna lead them clouds, so I really gotta be careful where I dodge into. So be it. I also gotta remind myself they are of a higher level, naturally. What, you ain't waiting on me this time? Q. Oh, wow. They made me sit there. What was I stuck on? That wasn't even human error. Got out of the animation while still taking damage and got locked into a spot. I hate when stuff like that happens. Alright. Oh, wow. I figured he was... What? Wow. So they made the ability waste. That explains it. I hate when they do that. Knowing full well he should have been mine. Now get over here. Can't catch it mid-jump. Understood. Like, I literally hear somebody talking in your house. Ain't no way people can't look out their windows and see us crap. Now, you will die. Huh. Why does it... They look familiar. I think I might have saw them earlier in the game. Have a funny feeling I actually know where I'm at. Now, where was that loot? There you are. Sorry about that. Bumped the mic. So... Yep, I thought so. Welcome home, folks. To my mother's actual home. Well, I guess it would be my home, too. Mary, my dear daughter. What? Okay, I think she might be tripping. Wait. Small key to Aubrey Reed's office. Mother!
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan, is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found.
Interesting.
But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have?
Oh, she didn't already kind of come to grips with it. I mean, kind of, but at the same time, she did sound like she was talking to her, so...
I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Days. If memory serves, Mary said she buried her husband died at war and she buried her son.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Interesting. You'd obviously think dementia, and you'd probably not be wrong, but it also begs questions in this universe of vampires, of blood people, and apparently ichors and people who ooze poison whenever they teleport. She might be on to something there. Or it may be a mix. A bit of dementia mixing in with actual power / supernaturality or something. I don't know.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Oh. Okay, so she did get some help on the way back. All right.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Damn. Hey, she's aware enough. She's aware enough and is trying to come to grips with it.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she's also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
See, stuff like this gives a strong sense of nurturing, and that's cute. But you would be wise to question these things regardless of who the person is bringing them to you. But she ain't gonna do that. I wonder if his father would.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
I don't know about that yet. We're speaking to a disembodied pool of blood that looks like a person with horns. And we sort of speed teleport around the city when we ain't biting people or slashing our enemies. Like, come on now.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
I mean, what do you mean? First off, you're dead, but you're not in the grave. And Mary's in the grave and kind of dead, but is it permanent? Because if memory serves, stakes don't actually kill vampires, they freeze them. And all we did was stake her.
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson and my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Yep. Dementia potentially mixed with mysterious energies or something.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you,
She know.
trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy.
Yep.
Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
She understands enough. But then her dementia sort of seems to pop up again.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye,
Uh-huh.
son. Please come back soon.
I'll stay here tonight. It wouldn't be right otherwise. Let's go. Get some of that Reed family resources. This house is nice. Not surprising. People have all across the game. People have been coming at me for being the hoity-toity type. What the hell is that? Hell is that in my house?
Aubrey, I'm not sure visiting Italy is a good idea this time of the year.
Uh-huh. Oh, right, Aubrey. Reed, as in our father. Ain't nothing like the ability to just walk whenever you want to without having to click a button. I feel bad for PC people. But at the same time, I'll stick to my consoles with pride. Unless I actually have to. And she's talking to me. Woo! Mother! Okay, Aubrey Reed's first letter. Reed Mansion, April 4th, 1908. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, you will be 35, and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how best to write you this until I remembered the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how you love to solve those enigmas. Well, I found for you. Wait. Well, I found it. Well, I found it would be a good idea to prepare or propose to you one final game. It will probably be less rewarding. No candies or exotic treasures for you if you decipher the game. This time, well, no, sorry about that. No candies or exotic treasures for you if you decipher the game this time. But a greater treasure, perhaps. The truth. This is my only attempt for you to explain
Aubrey,
why I chose to
I'm
leave
not
my
sure
family
visiting Italy is a good idea this time of the year.
without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured that I love you. I promise my family and I promise my family was and still is everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms, my treasures, my jewels. To see you grow up, play, and laugh filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you, my son, my daughter, my wife. But fate found me in the end, and I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway. And soon I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. From your affectionate father. Sorry about that, Aubrey Reed. So, we got ourselves a puzzle. I don't think I ever solved this. Hmm.
I remember Sunday walks in the park.
Well, I guess it's the park that we're going for. Whatever that happens to be. Matter of fact, see if we can mark that down. What? What? All right. All right. All right. I think she had a moment and I just missed it. Yep. She had a moment and I just missed it. I hate when that happens, man. I'm still waiting on Tippets. We've already seen that he has that moment, but I'm still waiting on him properly. Avery, Avery, my good sir. How goes it? What?
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Sorry about that, Avery.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Well, I mean, she did, but we'll ignore that, Avery.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Yep. Sorry about that. Avery is the only one looking after Emmeline Reed now. Kind of like that name. Emmeline is only looked after by Avery Cork now.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss
Indeed.
Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
Wait, this has happened more than just when Mary grabbed her? Or is it because Mary grabbed her and now her brain is sort of fried? Wonder if it happened after Mary died and you effectively been missing. So my question is this, because you ended up dead. And Mary says she was looking for you for 3 days. Now I don't know why it is Mary would know that you're dead. You know what I'm saying? But if she knew you were dead, then odds are your mother knew too. If that's the case, then her brain probably just turned in on itself. Then she lost her daughter 3 days after finding out her son was effectively dead. You know.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your
Yeah.
father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Damn. And it does happen sometimes with some people. I'm more of a solitude-based person, so I don't really like do a bunch of meeting of people constantly. You know. That may be how he's built too. You know. Luckily, I've been able to meet my nieces and nephews, but the point remains. Avery's been paid to take care of the Reed family until his last breath.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir. But your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I'm sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Understandable.
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me.
For reference, folks, that letter is 10 years old.
Do you know anything about it, Avery?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reed was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you require.
$50, he has some sort of connection to some vampire or something, Prewin something, Brotherhood something. I don't know. Or there might be more to it, but like, this game is very thematic. I wouldn't be surprised if he's messing with something connected to this. Maybe content for a sequel?
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery.
Yeah, man.
There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
Avery wishes the young Jonathan Reed would take more care of his mother. Understandable. But that implies there's time unfortunately. See, I'll understand it, but he's already stated it twice. Something like that might be considered insulting to him after a while, right? I'll understand if you want to leave, but you have quite literally served this family excellently. This could, I was gonna say this could lock out a choice, but we've already got all three. All pieces of lore from him is what I mean.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Trust me. I crawled out of a mass grave, my friend. I understand your issue.
You really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You
Smack.
clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
Honestly, other than trying to figure out this whole vampire thing,
My home is here, and I have nowhere else to go. But this house will need some improvements if I move here. Some radical changes.
That's good news. Whatever changes you have in mind, I'm sure we will find an arrangement that suits your mother also.
hey, look at that.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
If I can, Avery. If I can. This place is snazzy. And nonsensically expensive. It's beautiful. So we hit the movers and shakers part of the town, part of the city. Sorry about that. Old letter, Reed Mansion, March 8th, 1908. My dear Avery, as I've already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England. If only for a few months. While I'm away, and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of your house, care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'll protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I am never to return, you are the only man I fully trust. Believe me, and believe me, and your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reed. Understandable. But that's exactly my thought process when it comes to somebody who's like help in your home, butlers, maids, chefs. If they're long term, I need to be able to trust you with my family. I consider you to be the closest equivalent to Alfred in terms of Batman that there is. I need to be able to trust you with my family during the dark hours when I can't be there. And I need to be able to trust that what you convey to my family ain't gonna be some nonsense. I need you to help my family as you are supposed to. We will take care of you, obviously, but you have certain responsibilities to me and to my family. Now, with that also comes the connection that I consider you to be family. So to some degree, some of your problems become mine, but I need to be able to trust you when I cannot be there. If you're a man, I need to be able to trust you with my family. I need to make sure you ain't trying anything with my wife or kids. If you're a woman, I need to be able to trust you with my family and that you ain't trying something with my wife and kids. That music was interesting. The hell was that? Yes. Here we
The
are.
Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Women die too in this war.
What? Women died too in this war. I could not tell you. I don't have the. Sorry about that. I don't have the stats on that argument. I can't say one way or the other, to be honest. There may be truth in it, though. But I'm assuming she's talking about civilian deaths. If it is, it's not really an argument I'd make. Only because there are male civilians too. But then I gotta remind myself, this is the day and age of World War One. Let me be sure about, was it World War One or World War Two? Yep, White Feather Society, once formerly known, well, more formally known as the Order of the White Feather, or White Feather White Feather Brigade, was an infamous World War One group founded in Britain in August 1914. So, in this country, led by Admiral Charles Penrose Fitzgerald, women handed out white feathers to able-bodied men not in uniform to publicly shame them for cowardice and pressure them to enlist. Now, millions ended up doing this, and it got so bad that they started giving white feathers to men who were either wounded in some way, shape, and form / disabled, or men who had served their country and they were sent back home because of it. Which is why they then had to create the Silver War Badge. The intense public shaming forced the British government to issue the Silver War Badge to legitimate veterans and exempted workers so they wouldn't be harassed. Like I said, millions sacrificed themselves for this. Just for that shame and that feather. And in truth, a large swath of society will let a man. You better sacrifice. I'll put it that way. You better sacrifice. So if she's talking about in terms of civilian deaths of women versus men, men die too. Women die too. It's not some weird pissing contest or anything like that. It's just there ain't gonna be many civilian deaths when it comes to men, because most men, in terms of being able-bodied, are on the front lines. I'll have to come back to you. I think that's that. I actually want to talk to her and him.
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Hey, shop, huh?
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
That implies they could. I'm not gonna say don't be naive. That potentially comes at his intelligence, even if he is being naive. No, the best answer to give is, are you blind? It sounds insulting, but it's like, look around. It is this bad. What do you see that I don't, and vice versa?
Are you that blind? I've seen hundreds of victims piled up in this city each week.
Mr. Reed, please. Why are you so angry?
Yeah, what's kind of...
I don't mean anything by it.
Damn, and locked out of conversation. See, that's what I was worried about. And it's not really too surprising.
Life is good.
Are you not concerned?
Oh, I'm sure.
Are you that...
Would let her change that, but hey.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Sure. It's not my thing, but...
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really?
Indeed.
Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
What the hell? Where would I even introduce you to a meal? The only place I could see taking you is a place you probably wouldn't go, and that's Tom's Bar, the Turquoise Turtle.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
He's a foodie. I could respect it. Calhoun likes good restaurants and succulent tables. Would like to know what that last thing I failed was. Pisses me off a bit.
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
Granted.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
Well, you say this is England. It ain't something to worry about. And I would say quite a few Englanders would disagree, especially nowadays. Chef him, fam. Chef him.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
It really does. The day can't compare. The night can't compare to the day, but the day definitely can't compare to the night.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid
Yeah.
the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
Yeah, this is not wrong.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Yep, he's a foodie. He just happens to have a job kind of doing it. I can respect it.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Okay, I need to see what I'm dealing with. I think I need all three of those. Primarily that and that. Let us see. But first, okay. There it is. I only need the first two. I've got what I need for this one.
Good evening, Doc.
Good
I may-
evening. I'm broke. how broke as a joke. I was gonna say I'm debating whether or not to keep that, but I'll keep it. Talk about some work. Sigh. Be gone.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Whether you need to buy something or not, I am happy to help.
Indeed. Indeed. Mother. You want to talk about that secret now? God, that would get frustrating. They literally live right next to a shop. Like, damn, you swear it was the same building. They just put in some work and sliced off that section from inside their home to create a wall so that this could be a store. And that might actually have been the case, too.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
She easily acts like her mama. 5. I'm hearing somebody, and I think they're over to my right.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yeah.
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
And been dinner? No.
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come
Exactly.
on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
God. I can already kind of see what's up with her.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Yeah, but that depends on what you mean and what that looks like, dear.
Is that...
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste.
Even if that...
I suppose you're...
And I mean, as much as you might not like the individualism, there has to be a decision maker, and that requires some form of individualism to actually take place. There's got to be a decider. If you're on a committee of people who can't make a choice, somebody's got to break the tie. To some degree, that's going to create a sense of importance, both self-importance and outside importance. There's no way to avoid it, you know. Even if you don't want the job, you do the job long enough, it'll kind of fit you.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
It's just basic curiosity. I mean, I've always hated the answer that came with this kind of question because in truth, people like to deflect with the answer that comes with this. They know full well what you're asking. They're just being a little, they're just being a little ridiculous about it.
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother.
Dear God.
She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live
That's
with
what I was
I still
asking.
spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
Yeah, we've found those details about you that you're not too happy about. I can understand it. Nobody wants to die. And not everybody has the opportunity of literal immortality in their own house raising them. So, you know, it's understandable, but it's also understandable why your mother rather you didn't deal with all of this, considering what I've been dealing with. And I've only been a vampire for a few days, a couple weeks maybe, you know. Literally all I was asking about was your progenitors. But the way she says that,
Who are your...
Elizabeth Ashbury is...
Do you live with her? Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
there it is. She says progenitors with such almost disgust. What, is it because they're humans? Don't have the potential to give you the greater power you seek?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And
God.
no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16.
Well, y'all just can't help. The proper term, dear doctor, is Ekon. No, odds are it's vampire. You just don't like the term because it ain't pretty. Jesus Christ, why can't you just call a spade a spade? Vampire. Oh, that implies such mysticism. No, it don't. No, it don't. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we've been dealing with some mysticism, but it don't imply mysticism. It just implies vampire. Charlotte was raised in Lady Ashbury's orphanage before being adopted by the lady herself. Again, that's pretty cool, though. That is pretty cool.
Though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Well, it's understandable that you would suspect the truth. That was the problem with setting aside this. That was the problem with Batman. He had to do too much and he was gone at night all the time. Just like how Batman was always out and about all the time. But there's no Bruce Wayne at home. Wonder what's happening. I'm kind of bored, and Bruce seems to slip into these weird halls and clocks and doors and switches from time to time. I'd love to see what's going on down there.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman?
Good Lord. I'm assuming your mom has told you about the epidemic and the scowls and Ekons prowling the streets. Do you think it wise? That is what I'm asking you.
Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Yes, and the reason why I would ask the same question of a man is because men are more likely to be attacked. Sure, they may be more likely to be attacked by other men. The argument doesn't change. Odds are a man will be killed by another man. Now, nobody says rape and whatnot can't happen. It definitely can. There's many stats that prove it. Can happen on both sides and does happen to both sides. Now, ain't nobody saying it should happen, but at least if it happens to a woman, you might live, and as such, revenge might be a thing you can get. And if not even revenge, you might live long enough to stop this person from doing something again. Another man, or just take another man out. Because we know that if we don't, if we're there doing something dirt, or if we're there doing right, if we don't deal with our enemy completely and utterly, odds are we'll see that enemy again. Yes, I would ask a man the same question. The only reason I don't is because usually they seem to have somewhere to go and aren't sitting around somewhere. They're usually roaming around. I'm trying to get to the Pembroke. I'm looking for my lost friend. I'm trying to get to Whitechapel. Or I'm already in a place that's safe enough as it is. But like literally half a street over is vampires getting killed. That's why he asks. Good Lord.
Actually, yes.
That
I
too.
ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Mixed bag with that one, dear. Didn't actually mean to ask her if she needs medical attention. She don't. Mixed bag with that one. Uh, did she say? What did she say? 30 or 50? I have to look at that again. Um, a lot of the reason why men can vote at a younger age is because men are generally the ones who are landowners, regardless of why they're landowners. Most of them earned it either by plowing the fields themselves with their wives and their sisters and brothers and children, or they killed others and took that land and then they tilled that soil. Right? I don't speak of justifications or anything like that. Just these are the events that did take place. Men are also expected to go to war, particularly at this time, which is generally why men do have the right to vote at 21. But generally, as I said, that required those men to be landowners, or that required those men to fight. Most men still don't have the right to vote at this point in history where she's speaking. Most men still don't. Women got the right to vote, I want to say 30 to 50 years after we did. But most people, men and women, have never had the right to vote throughout all of human history.
You need my medical attention, Charlotte.
I am fine, Dr. Reed.
Good to know.
What are you doing now?
You mean what?
Actually,
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can
30,
vote at 21?
She sounds like a suffragette, but she might not be. She might be more. She might have more suffragette views, but might not necessarily align entirely with the suffragettes. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if she aligned more with the anti-suffragettes.
are you a suffragette then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No.
Right, I gotta remind myself this ain't America. But men couldn't really vote until they were property owners as well, as I said.
Need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
Dear, it's as simple as this. And I'm gonna say this once. The reason why most men don't think like that is because most men have the understanding that y'all don't have skin in the game, really. And it's not to say what you have to deal with isn't important in terms of living in this nation, in this city. It is, very much so. But you don't generally have to fight to make sure all these things are still maintained. You don't generally have to fight to make sure that the walls stay up and people are fed. That is why men have more access. Property owners, you said it yourself. To be a property owner, you have to have skin in the game, and you had to have effectively earned that skin to some degree. Now, if women do earn that skin, should they have the right to vote? I don't take issue. You've earned your steps. Get in there. Get comfortable, pull up a chair. But don't expect me to give up my chair because I fought for my chair there. Just as we expect you to do. You expect me to fight for every scrap I've got as a man. I don't take issue. Will you do the same? If you will, I don't care. Nice to meet you. Here's hoping what we vote for truly benefits us all. You can't please everyone, but here's hoping that what we do can benefit as many people as possible. I take no issue with you voting, so long as you understand that there's responsibilities that come with that vote. Like, for instance, let's just say in the U.S. nowadays, right? Men and women have the right to vote. Now, women can join the military, but women don't have to join the military for that right. Men do. We still do. We still have to join selective service. That's the draft. Now, people might say, "Oh, but the draft doesn't have." Well, yeah, the drafts don't happen all the time. They don't need to. They don't need to. But when they do, dun 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 dun, who's up front? So we don't take issue with you wanting something and advocating for it and fighting for it. But again, fight for it because that's what we have to do. If you're willing to fight all these steps, just as I'm willing to fight all these steps, I have nothing to complain about. I legitimately have nothing to complain about. But do not expect the ability to dictate who we go to war with when you don't have to fight that war. And the most you have to deal with, while not minuscule and not to be ignored, the most you have to deal with is a loss of family members. I lost my brother, I lost my son, my cousin, my uncle, my father, my nephew, my friend, right? You're not the one out there getting your faces blown off with such force that that face gets blown into another person's face. And now they're permanently scarred because they have another person's face penetrating theirs, bone shrapnel and everything else. That's all I'm saying. Don't expect to have planetary access without being willing to put in planetary work, right? So if we're talking about levels, don't try to get access to level 20 when you only, sorry about that, when you only have up to level 9 responsibilities. It's not at all to say the responsibilities you have are unimportant or minuscule. They're not. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna lie to you. The only ones I've ever heard denigrate the skills that women bring are other women. I don't hear it from men, and if I do, most of those dudes are weirdos anyway and should be ignored. But I do hear quite a bit of denigration of the skills and applications of men. If anything, I tend to hear what a man is supposed to do is mostly bare minimum. But again, if you can take those steps, stand side by side, shoulder to shoulder with me, I ain't got nothing to say on it.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
Yeah, see, the issue ain't that you wanted to tell a friend. You wanted to tell somebody you trust, and you wanted trust.